Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the movie Roofman, the latest from writer-director Derek Cianfrance, starring Channing Tatum, Kirsten Dunst, Lakeith Stanfield, Ben Mendelsohn, and a whole bunch of other people that you know are in this movie. And this follows the true story of Jeffrey Manchester, who after getting caught for robbing 45 McDonald's is sent to about the same amount of years in prison until he somehow escapes by the genius that is in his head and eventually lays low at a Toys R Us while somehow beginning to maintain a relationship with Lee, played by Kirsten Dunst in this. And if that's not the craziest story you've ever heard, I don't know what is, because this truly is something that is kind of hard to fathom actually happened. And the story is really, really sweet in a lot of ways, which is something I didn't expect, especially from Derek Cianfrance. And while you could argue that this is one of his lighter movies, I do feel like it fits in the review of the movies that he has been doing, especially considering that this is such an interesting character of this guy who, wears his heart on his sleeve, is an absolute genius criminal, but makes the most ill-informed decisions you could possibly imagine, where it's like, why is someone so smart making all these terrible decisions? And I think that's basically what you get with Roofman in a nutshell, which is not to water down my thoughts on this movie at all, because this is really fun, and I really, really enjoyed this movie. I was very invested in all the characters, especially Jeffrey, played by Channing Tatum. I still can't get over the fact that Channing Tatum's playing a guy named Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
So, regardless though, I do think that this might be his best performance to date. He exudes so much charisma. He's so immediately likable. Even though he's doing all these things, you can't help but just root for the guy. I think that every second he pops on screen, he uses his charm in such a, I wouldn't even say disarming way, because it does feel very genuine, even though he's having to put up this front. And I think that the relationship he explores with Lee, of course Kirsten Dunst in this, is really extremely fascinating. And I think she's really great too. One of her best roles she's had in a while, and I think their chemistry is excellent. And I really like the dynamic that he has with her kids as well. And one of them, I'm like, where have I seen this girl? And then I realized it was Lily Colias, who was in Good One, which I watched earlier this year. And she was great for the time she was on screen. I mean, there's so many great actors in this. Lakeith Stanfield is always great in everything. Ben Mendelsohn has a couple memorable scenes, even though I don't think he's like the most important character in the narrative. He plays the preacher at this church that Jeff drops some toys off at, and that's where, he kind of gets the ball rolling with Lee there. And another standout for me has to be Peter Dinklage, who is such a dick in this. I was like, man, they're really making him an asshole in this one. He's the manager of the Toys R Us that Jeffrey is staying in, and he gets some really, really great moments to shine throughout this movie. Maybe unsurprisingly, the comic relief of the film, I think, more than any other, but he absolutely delivers on all fronts. And yet again, this is such a fascinating character study. Like I said, I was locked in every step of the way just to see what this guy would do next, to see where the emotional complexity of the situation would just kind of keep boiling up until it has to explode. And that's the thing, this movie isn't necessarily the most surprising movie you're going to see all year. I kind of wish in some ways, if it wasn't a true story, they could have gone a little bit harder in a certain couple of areas, but I still think that this is very dramatically effective. I really just think Channing Tatum is absolutely exceptional here. I really, really love the work that he does. And really, if he keeps putting in performances like this, I definitely could see him getting an Oscar nomination sometime in the future. And yeah, that's basically how I felt about Derek Cianfrance's latest feature. Even though I missed the opportunity to see it at TIFF, I was very pleased with only having to wait about a month to see it, And yeah, this is definitely one that you should all check out, and I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, guys, let me know if you've seen Roofman as well down in the comments below, and please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to get more movie reviews like this one. The next video up on the chopping block is the hotly anticipated Palme d'Or winner at the Cannes Film Festival, which is Jafar Panahi's It Was Just an Accident. Very, very excited to finally do a full dive on that one. I've been thinking about that one ever since I saw it at TIFF, and I cannot wait to share my thoughts on that with you guys. So until then, you guys take it easy, and I will talk to you very soon.